Have you ever wondered how your monthly income evaporates before the 15th of every month, despite feeling like you have actually literally made it in life on payday? Then this video is for you because today we're going to be talking about budgeting and how to create one. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Oyinko. Today I'm going to be showing the ropes on how to create a budget. If I'm going to use a jargon, I'll say that budgeting is like a financial GPS. It literally helps you navigate towards your financial goals. Whether you're new at budgeting or you're even a pro, I mean, what's that word? You always need a refresher, right? I'm going to be breaking it down in simple steps to you. So stick around till the end.
Now to budgeting. So step number one, you need to calculate your monthly income. Start by figuring out your after-tax income and also consider other income sources like side gigs, freelance work. Deduct any taxes or business expenses from such income before you add it to your main monthly salary. And then you have like a picture of what your net income should be on a monthly basis. Step number two, you need to choose a budgeting plan. Your budget should cover all your needs, some wants, emphasis on some wants, and as well as savings for emergencies and the future. Because when I mean the future, you're considering investments and retirement planning as well. There are several budgeting methods that you could apply. The most popular one is the 50-30-20 rule, which simply state that you should allocate up to 50% of your income for needs, including debt repayments. So that's the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your income to needs, including debt repayments. Reserve 30% for wants, which is your non-essential spending, and commit 20% to savings and investments. This is not a blanket rule. Like I said, it's just an example of how you should structure your budget. If these percentages does not work for you, you can come up with a percentage that works for you, but by and large your savings and investment for the month should not be less than 10%, as if you are going to reduce that at all. But another method that is used for budgeting is the zero-based budgeting. What do I mean? Simply means that irrespective of your currency, assign every naira or dollar to a purpose, which simply means that your income minus expenses will be equal to zero at the end of the day when you're done with your budgeting. So that means every amount, every penny counts. Every penny has a name or has a purpose. And that's actually my favorite method for budgeting. But then the 50-30-20 rule, it's the most popular one. So you choose the one that, sits well with you, that works for you. And like I said, you can actually modify, these methods. And bearing in mind, if you're using the zero-based budgeting, you need to actually set aside an amount for miscellaneous expenses, right? So you should bear that in mind when you're using the zero-based budgeting. Step number three, track your progress. So you need to record your spending using spreadsheets. A lot of people use spreadsheets. You could use budgeting apps. There are a lot of free budgeting apps out there. You can check your mobile phone, your Apple Store, or your Google Play Store, as the case may be. See different budgeting apps. A lot of them are free, some are paid, or other online tools. Essentially, you need to record your spending regardless of the method that you're using. You need to track your progress and automate savings to make it easier. It's very easy to when you automate your savings, it's actually easier for you to stick to your budget. Consider an accountability partner or an online support group to stay on track. I mean, anything we are going to achieve, it's always easier to, get an accountability partner to ensure that you are in check. So you should consider that. It's not compulsory, but you should actually consider getting an accountability partner. Step number four is you need to practice budget management. What do I mean? Your income, your expenses, and your priorities will change over time. You need to revisit your budget regularly, perhaps every 2 months. But honestly, I would advocate every month, really. Do a review at the end of every month. Did you stick to your budget? What went wrong? So you need to do like a review and adjust your budget accordingly. If you're struggling with budgeting before, I would say that you should try these budgeting tips. And remember that budgeting is not about restriction; it's about empowerment. So create your budget and stay disciplined. Now to my gifts to you guys. So, I mentioned that you should track your progress using, tools, online tools. You could use spreadsheet and budgeting apps. Personally, I use spreadsheets, and I would like to share that um, template with you guys so that you can modify for your use. So I'm going to be doing a little demo on how to use this spreadsheet. It's very simple and easy to use. Okay, so looking at the budget templates, there's already an explanation on how to use the template, but I'll go ahead with my own explanation. So the first thing is you need to enter your starting balance in row 13, which is this, an example is this 15,000 naira. Please note that these are dummy figures. So you need to fill that out, but if you don't, you can just go ahead and, you know, enter zero regardless. So the important tabs are the income tab and the expenses tab. So I'll explain. So for the income tab, you can see categories like wages. Note that these monthly totals are not to be tampered with. You can see that they are formularized. So what you need to edit is the breakdown of the wages. So if you're a 9 to 5 earner, you can impute your salary here, which is the paycheck for the month, and as well as other income. So you can just change the categories here. You can change the categories here to suit your needs and other income as well. If you have dividends, interest income, and the likes. If you don't, you can change the categories as well to suit your need. So that's for income tab. And then come to your expenses for the month. Just like I explained in the income tab, you're not to tamper with the monthly totals because they are formularized. So just go ahead and edit the breakdown. If you're a family person, that means that this category would make sense to you. So the breakdown, yeah, you can also add your own as well or change the name as the case may be. Then for your debt, you can also, if you have debt, you want to structure your payments, you can insert that in your budget here. There's also tab for education. There's tab for entertainment, breakdown for all the entertainment. You can also edit the name or add to it. You also have everyday expenses like groceries, restaurants, personal supplies, etc. You can add or edit as the case may be. You also have gifts. You have people that give gifts to. You can actually budget that as well, or charity. You also have health or medicals as well. Well, this would not be applicable to people that already have like an HMO plan with certain company, but this is not the case for every individual. So if you have to budget for that, you need to include that here as well. There's also home expenses, that's rent or mortgage. There are different categories there, like you name it. There are different categories that you could play with around there. There's technology, there's transportation, there are different types of transportation, there's travel, expenses, and the likes, there's utilities. So the breakdown are here and others. If this breakdown is not enough, you can include them in other categories. If you see, if I impute 50,000 here, or 500,000, you can see it pops up in the monthly total. So monthly totals is already formularized. So don't tamper with that. You can see if I insert 400K, I have that updated here and everything adds up. And when you come to your summary tab, you see like the summary of all what you've of everything that you've done. Okay, so this negative that you're seeing here, the 425,000 minus ending balance, as a result of the 500k and 400k I just inserted in expenses tab. Right, so let me remove that. We have zero. Then we come back to summary. You can see the figures are now 75 and 410. So this particular sheet, you don't have any business editing it. It's just going to give like an overview of what you've inserted in the income and expense tab or the setup tab, as the case may be. And then you see like your budget at a glance, right? So you can use this for your budget. You can see the expenses in a category format, right? And then you see a bar chart, categorizing your expenses as well. If you look at this particular chart, it's everyday expenses that takes away, a lot of the income. So you could actually have like an overview of your budget at a glance. So this particular template can serve two purposes. You can either use it for your budget, setting up budget, that's projections, what you want to spend on and the income you think will come in, or you can also use it to track your expenses as well. So you can actually use it to track your actual income and actual expenses as well, and then compare the two, and you know what to adjust in your budget and what to add or remove as the case may be. So you can check the description box below to see how to access this template.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe if you are yet to, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye for now.